Alright, y'all, we're back. Thanks for being here. We're about to get this popping off the way we started, period. I've been trying everything to combat the platform, I guess, to get the channel back popping, and I'll have a spurt, then it'll mellow out, then it'll decline. So I'm exhausting all resources. That's the best way I can put it. Anyway, shout out to Jay Marvelous. We're gonna react to a video. The rapper Offset of the Migos went against him and they took everything. Yeah. To be around for that situation is a different experience in itself. Do I think it was that? Kinda. Because what happened, only people close to the situation know this, but his wristband said he was 177 years old or something like that, the hospital wristband. But anyways, he got into a car wreck, and a lot of people forget about the car wreck and the mysterious dude that just so happened to have been walking, and Offset went and got him a car and all this stuff like that. But let's tap in with Jay Marvelous, see what he talks about, review and react to the content, and grab your CBD. Let's get to it.
Alright, y'all. Rapper Offset exposed the industry and they took everything.
Not only your rights to your music, right. All that is like you control.
Offset got his start by being a backup dancer in Whitney Houston's music video. In a Whitney Houston video.
Yeah, I used to get in and out when I was younger, you know what I'm saying? Yeah,
I forgot. Oh, what video was that? I want to say the song came out maybe the late 90s if I ain't mistaken. Bro was like 8 or 9 years old, but he has been around it for that long. And really, he's a dancer at heart. Look at that chain he got on, y'all. He got a trap house chain. Let's continue.
Been doing that, you know what I'm saying? So I've been a star since a little kid, you know what I'm saying? It took me to rise and find my truth and rap.
You got paid a pretty good check there.
I got paid to do that too.
Come on, we got to roll the clip now. Let's take a look.
Tell you, let me see it. Oh, that's hard. Yeah. Ah!
Offset would continue to be a breakdance, but get involved in street life. In 2008, Offset along with Quavo and Takeoff performed the Migos. They would perform at local clubs and earn a buzz off their song Bando.
Trapping out the house with the boards on the window. Shout out to Bando. Alright, now, all that stuff, all of them songs, the early Migos stuff, when you think about it, there's 3 people in a group. Songs usually have about 2 to 3 verses. These dudes produce so much music because all they have to do is one song. But rarely did you ever see them all in a studio together. Rarely. It would be me, my brother, my nephew, Quavo. Me, my brother, my nephew, Rich. Me, my brother, my nephew, Takeoff. Me, my brother, my nephew, Offset. Me, my brother, my nephew, Rich. Or not Rich, but Skip. Duke. MPA Longway. These dudes created so much music. I don't know if you're a Migos fan, but no labels. No labels 1, 2, and 3. I don't know why that was so hard to do, but anyways, we did that in 9 days. 9 days. 3 albums, mixtapes, 9 days. Just hearing some of this music though, I can taste the act. Let's continue.
This is the game.
Y'all know what time it is. I don't have premium. Take this time to like the video. If y'all want to give me premium, $ Trap House Kitchen 1. Show your boy some love.
Yeah, I got the iPad beside my face, yeah. That's something that ain't prepared. That's not for the actual. That's not actual for Paris. I got a friend named Paris that was murdered. And so instead of getting Paris, his name, I got the iPad. Something that means a lot to Paris. Paris means a lot to me.
Shortly after, Offset along with the Migos will go on to sell millions of records. In 2016, Offset would address the Luciferian rap promoting the devil.
Now, this was a little bit after Versace, but it was a little bit before they had given themselves, allegedly. We all know they were with some of the most interesting figures of the fashion world, to say the least. But he was mad at a lot of people for wearing the upside down crosses. Now, put it in perspective. You went from that to being with those people. The Met Gala. The Met Gala, in my eyes, brought that. That's when I cut my ties. I'm cool. When I looked it up and seen why everybody was so in their uproar, just so happy and this and that. Oh, they're going to be the first hip-hop group to perform at the Met Gala, this and that. Come on, man. I had to look it up. Why are they the first hip-hop group to perform here? What is that event? And it was too much for me.
Down cross. Even my little partners, man. Stop that shit while you look lame. All that worship the devil shit. You a god, man.
But in 2008, Offset would go against them people on a song featured by YFN Lou. Offset would face backlash for dissing the rainbow community
And stuff like that. But why in the hospital? Everybody knew what happened. And Atlanta really isn't that big. Trust me. People would have known where he was. Point blank, period. But let me stop yapping. I've been stopping it too much.
Report and emergency workers were not.
After he healed up from his car crash, he would be on them people's radar.
True, man. I don't even expect to tell you like 5, bro.
I remember this time. This was a period in... I feel like this was a point in time where they were fishing for a lot of these Atlanta rappers and trying to catch them doing whatever they were doing, because Offset got pulled probably 3 or 4 times on camera. About 3 or 4 times. Like, dude, why are y'all after bro so much? But then again, he does drive like a fool too, so it really ain't no teller.
It's almost in here, sir. Why you locking me up, though? I mean, and in the body camera. Make sure there's no more, there's not even feet or anything. Why you locking me up, though? Well, sir, I thought the is in your floorboard, then I found the gun. Sir, just drive, sir. You saying it's all here, though, so why you locking me up? I was just driving, sir. All right, we just switched.
I'm gonna be real.
Yeah, Offset this.
I'm gonna be real. This irritates the heck out of me. Why, when we get pulled over, sir, 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 ma'am, 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 and don't even call our daddy sir like that? I'm not saying me, but a lot of us. Come on, man. But as soon as you get in some trouble, sir, 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 sir. Call your mama, ma'am. Call your daddy, sir.
Decided to do his own thing. He would release his solo album, The Ball, and put out the hit single Clout featuring Cardi B. By 22, rumors started to circulate that the Migos was breaking up. It wasn't until Offset found out that his record label was robbing. He would go against the grain and file a lawsuit against his record company.
According to Business Insider, Offset has filed a lawsuit that accuses Quality Control Records of ignoring a deal they made in January 2021. The deal, the solo deal he made, he paid to get out of his solo contract with Quality Control, but they still want in on his new album. You see what I'm saying? They still want the bread. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, what are your thoughts on that?
It wasn't until 2022 when Takeoff met his demise that Offset would be done with the industry.
We just fell asleep, and out of nowhere, like Offset's phone kept ringing, my phone kept ringing, and like Offset picked up the phone, and he's just like, no, and he's screaming, and like he's screaming like, no.
What is that on that girl's mouth? Oh, Lord. Oh, it's on both sides. Is that why she can't keep a dude? OMG. It's on both sides. Krusty covered in makeup.
Oh, and I'm like, what's going on? And he's like, Takeoff is dead. I said, don't say that. Like, don't say that. And then he just like screaming and just throwing things, throwing up, running all over. And I was so scared. It was just such a sensitive time in my home. Everything was like so triggering. Like, it was a lot.
After Takeoff's demise, Offset would unfollow Quavo. It wasn't until he would do an interview with Shannon Sharp that things would go bad. He would discuss the downside of the music.
Offset will unfollow Quavo after Takeoff. Why would he unfollow Quavo after that thing? That would be the time they would be more likely to come together and be stronger, don't you think? We lost 1/3 of our group. a nephew. Why unfollow him? Quavo had this thing where he had to be the center of attention. Some people call it main character syndrome. I call it diva mentality. I watched that boy try to shortstop so many moves. I've watched him hate like a little kid running to the teacher to tell so many times. I've had to stop him from getting hands and feet put on him 2 times. And the way Skipper was about to do him, couldn't nobody touch Skip but me. Couldn't nobody grab that boy, pick him up and pull him away but me. Quavo had the main character syndrome so bad, and I feel like, and this is my honest opinion, I feel like if Quavo didn't say what he said and didn't move how he moved that night, I feel like Takeoff would still be here. I really do. Let's continue.
Music industry give out the game. Now he broke the oath.
It's like I did. You got to adjust the system, get to learning what ask questions. Like I'm asking questions. I don't want you before you give me the money. I'm gonna ask you what I gotta give you.
Yeah.
See, because at first when I first came in the game, well, you got $2 million for me, man, run. Close, you got $5 million, run. Not really reading terms, not really understanding, and then your lawyer ain't gonna tell you. Your lawyer gonna tell you what you gotta do. But I feel like I'm come out. You at an artist level like me, man. Your first being trapped in deals, you can't drop an album for 9 to 12 months.
Now, what he was talking about right there is obviously when we went through the thing with 300. I'm not going to speak on it too much because I've heard that the person from there has some kind of ties to this platform. So I'm going to leave it at that. But if you're a diehard Migos fan or just a info fanatic, you remember that period where they couldn't drop music. They were frozen. How do you freeze your artists but you still hold them to the deals as far as like having to recoup and get out the red and things like that? Yeah. But Offset. I've always liked Offset. They tried to make him out to be the live wire out of the 3, but I feel like he's the one that really balanced the 3, because you had Quavo with his arrogance, you had Takeoff that was so cool and just calm, and sometimes you forget he was around, and you had to have Offset to balance it off, because Offset's gonna speak his mind. He's gonna say what he feels, period. Takeoff would too, but he might tell it to Offset. He might not be as loud and boisterous as Offset, and Quavo just gonna throw a fit. Anyways, if you made it to this point, say I made it. Let me know how long you've been rocking, how long you're rocking, or what, I don't know, just holler at me in the comment section. I'm out. Peace.